trying to figure out if I should look at the camera or if I should look at you. All right, so my name is Tess Martin, and I'm an animator based in Seattle. There's a group of people here in Seattle who are filmmakers and happen to use animation as their art form. We all kind of have similar sensibilities. We all like to experiment with techniques, mostly stop frame animation, stop motion techniques. So drawn animation or object animation. Some people use computers, but and even if they use computers, it's in a frame by frame manner. I think for a lot of us, the objective is to bring animation into people's minds. It's not really thought of as a valid form of fine art expression like filmmaking is. And so we definitely come from that fine art perspective when it comes to animation, and we want to let people know about that. It was actually started by an animator called Stefan Gruber here in Seattle, who is kind of a fixture of the Seattle animation scene. And it originally started just because he wanted people to work with in cafes. So we would meet in cafes and just work on our own projects. It was just a way to encourage each other to keep working. Now there's about a dozen of us. And we've started to do collaborative pieces together. We've started to apply for grants as a group and do grants as a group. But we're still quite independent people, and we still make our own films. And we don't really share a studio. I happen to have a studio space, but a lot of people work at home. Yeah, that was a little bit of a challenge when it came to curating the program, because, there's all this amazing work, but how is it going to come together? So I decided to focus on films that concentrated on relationships between people or objects on the screen. Actually, the main reason I decided to do this tour is to meet people, to get to know these institutions that would be interested in our type of thing, and to hopefully meet other artists and other animators. And so I'm really looking forward to that. Bruce Bickford's film in the program is called The Comic That Frenches Your Mind, and it's a pencil animation. It's basically one sheet of paper with one drawing, and then he puts another sheet of paper on top, and he can see the drawing below. So he traces it, but not completely. He changes something, and then he does that over and over again. So he has stacks and stacks of drawings that are then photographed one by one, and that becomes the film. If anyone's ever seen any of his work for Frank Zappa or any of his previous clay films, they're very bizarre.
Oh, hey, there's the swing. Yeah, you better.